making nut butters. We're making nut milk. We're making wheatgrass. We're making baby food, puree food, right? And we're making salsa with this machine. So this is going to be really fun, you guys. I'm actually excited about this. This is the MM1500. Everybody was always asking me, well, what about baby food? And what about nut butters? And what about nut milks? I'm like, you know what? Let's do it all. Let's do it all. It's the MM1500, and that's what it does. So you guys, I'm glad we're here. I've been really pumped up about this in the last couple days for real, because I can't wait to show you guys how this machine works. It's insane. So it's good to see you guys come on. So let's get started. Let's do it. So to begin with, I'm going to make some ice cream. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to start with that in a second too. But I'm just going to run by you guys what I'm going to be doing overall, okay? So I'm going to be making a fresh salsa, which is really awesome. So fresh salsa. Here's the machine right here. Can you guys see it? Get a good view right there. But I wanted to show you guys what I have going on here. So I'm going to make a salsa, and I want to just give you a little window onto what I'm going to be doing here. So I want to show you this on a close-up, just to do a little close-up test right here, see what it looks like, how beautiful it is. So that's the ingredients right there for a homemade fresh salsa I'm going to make with this machine, which I'm really excited about. I'm also going to be doing puree too, so I'm going to be doing baby food. So take a look at that right there. These are some beautiful yams. These are already steamed, so I can't wait to show you that. That's going to be exciting right there, right? Gonna make some banana ice cream. And I'm also gonna be making, you guys see all this right here? We're gonna make some wheatgrass too with this as well. So we're gonna make some wheatgrass. There you go. We got some wheatgrass sitting here. So this is really gonna be fun. So let's talk about ice cream. Now you can do ice cream in this, which I love. So this machine is totally rich. So you got all these little pieces here. And so this machine does something different. And it's really sturdy. This machine's really sturdy. I love how this thing is designed. So for a while now, I've been playing with this machine, getting to know it really good, having fun with it. People requested this, is why I went to this direction, because I was getting all these DMs, and the DMs were, well, what about, you know, a machine that does ice cream? What about a machine that does something else? What about a machine that does baby food? That was a big request, right? So I was like, okay. The MM1500 is born now. It's born. Some people were like, how can we make nut milks? How can we do this without going like the hard route? Okay. We gotta figure this out. And everybody was throwing that at me, right? Yeah, I got the MM900. I'm doing the celery juice. I'm saving all this money doing the celery juice. And the MM900, well, this does celery juice too, by the way, and it has the celery juice end cap and all that. But this does all these other things. So everybody was like, the baby food and the nut butter. And I'm like, nut butter? Like, to make nut butter? I'm like, yeah. So we're doing it. Okay, well, we got some frozen bananas right here. Look at that. Give you a little close-up right here. When you freeze your bananas, what I like to do, just a little tip on this freezing banana thing, I like to kind of keep them whole when I can. So I like to keep them whole like this, you know, when you freeze them, and not freeze them in tiny little pieces. You freeze them in tiny little pieces, they might brown a little quicker. Here we go. There you go. If it's tiny little pieces, but you can't help it. That's just going to happen. When you're peeling back bananas, you're just going to throw whatever you got in there. But I just try to like peel them, you know, the larger pieces, you know, and throw them in there, freeze them. Of course, you can use any piece of the banana. It's great. But that's just a little tip. It keeps them from going so brown in the freezer long term when they're sitting in the freezer for a long time, you know. Okay, so let's start making this. All right, I'm excited. So I want to show you the way to do the banana ice cream. Okay, I have it set for ice cream, fruit ice cream, sorbets, banana ice cream, right? So that's what I have it set for right now, okay? So I'm popping some banana in here right now. So there it goes. Now I gotta tell you guys, this thing is so awesome. I don't even know what to say. It comes out with this gorgeous swirl. I mean, seriously? Are you serious? Like for real? I mean, like, this isn't a magic trick right here. I'm making this banana ice cream. You guys should see what happens when you use like frozen cherries and stuff, and use like frozen mango. It's like insane. It's insane what you can do with this. Now, I'll put a little bit more in here. See how it's twisting too? Like, it's just so awesome. Do a little bit more. Let's get this thing to the top. Look at that. Ice cream that won't kill you. What about that, huh? Ice cream that won't feed your bugs. Ice cream that won't feed your streptococcus and all your little critters that everybody carries around. Ice cream that won't feed the cold sore virus. Look at that. I'm going to shut this machine down if you guys don't mind. This is ice cream right there. Let's take a look. All right. So let's get that going next, okay? So here we go. Now I got these steamed yams right here, which is really exciting. Take a look. You guys, look, if you guys just got on here, you're watching this really, really cool machine right here, the MM1500. People DM'd and said, what about baby food? What about nut butters? What about nut milk? And I'm like, are you kidding? We're going to do a full nutritional center. So let's make some baby food or puree. Could do that, but let's just do this. Let's do it. So here's the next thing we're going to do. Let's go. I'm going to turn the machine on and we're rolling. So a little bit of ice cream left in there. I mean, you could always take that out if you want, but I'm going to leave it there. So I'm going to run some steamed. I'm going to actually grab that. There we go. I'm going to run some steamed yams through here. Take a look. So this is for babies and yep. This machine is incredible, really. It really is. You know, I've been using it lately and I'm just like, it's the best part of my day because I'm having so much fun. So, I just love it. Do you have the end cap on now? I don't have the celery end cap on now. So this nutritional center has so many different setups, but I don't have that one on there. I have the puree and baby food setup right now. That's what I have. So that's which one I'm doing. All right, so there we go. Grab a little spoon. So we got the puree right here. Incredible. I'm going to shut the machine down for a second, you guys. So that is the puree, baby food, yams. You could do carrots. You can do other vegetables too, the whole bit. So that's just gorgeous right there. So let's go on to the next one. We're going to move on. You guys, let's have some more fun. So I'm going to run a little bit of wheatgrass juice now. It's incredible. So if you guys just got here, it's the MM1500. Okay, doing some wheatgrass juice, the whole bit. I'm excited. We just made some ice cream, just made some yams. Some steamed yams, some incredible puree. I'll show you if you just got on here right now. So check this out. See more people coming on, so I want to show you did what's incredible ice cream right there. Banana ice cream, dairy free. I got the baby food and puree right there. You can do so much with this machine. It's insane. So I have right here the end cap for the wheatgrass, which is incredible. So let's start running some through. Now, I like wheatgrass. Sat says, can you talk a little bit about wheatgrass juice benefits? Absolutely. You know how everybody's trying to get chlorophyll? And they're taking chlorophyll supplements? Well, that's a great mistake. When you separate chlorophyll you can't gain anything from it. It's destroyed. Did you guys know that? So if you see people doing chlorophyll tinctures, it's a sad thing. They're being totally taken. You cannot separate chlorophyll. Anything anybody ever said chlorophyll is good for, you can't receive when you separate and extract chlorophyll from something and then put it in a tincture. Very important to know this, or put it in a bottle. So there's all these people out there that are getting ripped off with the chlorophyll. They think it's like great, they're making green water, they're putting it in the water, but it's so sad, you guys, because you cannot separate and isolate chlorophyll, because chlorophyll is useless when it's isolated because it has to have other chemical compounds in there. So anything you hear chlorophyll is good for, you can get it from wheatgrass. That's how it works. So I'm juicing, really extracting from this wheatgrass. Other juicers can't extract from the wheatgrass like this juicer can, the MM1500. So this is important to know. Like you can't extract this kind of wheatgrass juice from other juicers. I know, I've seen it out there. And so this is, yeah. So back to chlorophyll. If you want to know benefits in wheatgrass, it's everything they say chlorophyll's good for, but you can't get any of the benefits when you take chlorophyll by itself. You can't get the benefits. It's not going to happen. They destroy chlorophyll when they extract it. And so everybody's taken for a ride. So I'm making a wheatgrass shot right now, so I'm dropping some wheatgrass in here. So what I'll show you how this works a little bit. I probably have plenty for a shot right now, but I'm just running a little bit more through. Do a little bit more. A little bit at a time. I'm not trying to shove it all in one shot. So letting it take its time. There we go. Does this model extract more celery juice? It extracts just as much celery juice as the 900. So yeah. So that's what's incredible. All right, so here I want to show you guys this, all right? This is really cool. So we'll get a close-up on this. You're looking at the pulp in here. You're looking at how dry the pulp is, the wheatgrass pulp, right? Other juicers, they don't do that. From what I've looked for and tried. And so when you're dealing with the MM1500, or like the other MM900, that's the whole thing, because it would have taken so much more wheatgrass. I'm showing you the wheatgrass in this bowl. It would have taken all that plus way more to just make what's right there when you're using a lot of juicers out there. So that's incredible. So you're looking at dry pulp right here, and that's what's incredible about that right there. So let's just get this into a shot glass. Let's go. It's got its own little strainer on top of it. I'll show you this, which is incredible about the juicer, the MM1500. It's got its own little strainer. It goes right over that, which is really cool. Let's get a shot glass of wheatgrass going here. This is going to be good. Okay, so let's pour this in. Yeah. We can make it a little higher. That's some strong stuff right there. Uh-huh. That's definitely some strong stuff. Got some wheatgrass. Whew. I might have to take a little shot right here. If you've ever done wheatgrass, it's like it tastes salty and sweet, and then it kicks you. And then it kicks you at the same time, right? And you're just like, what? Oh yeah, this is salty and sweet. Yeah. So that's my wheatgrass shot right there. The machine squeezes the crap out of that grass, okay? What are we doing next? We're gonna make a restaurant-style salsa. That's coming up now, so let's do it. Okay, so let's go. We're gonna make some salsa here. So let's go. So, we're gonna do a little bit of salsa here. There we go. I think I just should get that all squared away. So what I'm going to do is drop some tomatoes in here. So I'm making a salsa right now, if you guys want to know. Now, what's really cool about the salsa, just so you know, is this salsa is vinegar free. This salsa is raw too. So it's a raw salsa, which is great. So I'm dropping tomato in right now, okay? Now this is a restaurant style salsa. First of all, if you taste this salsa without vinegar and all that heavy duty salt, like basically they just throw a ton of road salt in salsa and they just vinegar it to death. And that's not the kind of salsa that I like. It just isn't, you know? So I'm doing is, I'm dropping some onion in here. The link is in the description. This is the MM1500. I'm making a homemade salsa, but a restaurant style is what I'm doing. I'm dropping some onion in here. I don't know if you guys like onion. This is kind of like the sweet onion. That's what I really like, right? Okay. So I'm dropping tomato in here. I put a lime in here too, you guys. I just threw a lime in there, you know, without the peel. So I just threw a lime in there without the peel. Right? I got a little bit of cilantro I'm going to throw in here too. I'm going to pop that in right now. A little bit of cilantro. Putting that in. So I'm dropping some jalapeno in there now. That's what I'm doing. So I just dropped a little bit of some jalapeno in there. Some more onion. Some more tomato. Right? There we go. What I love about making my own salsa is obviously eating it afterwards. So what you do is you take this part here, you mix it in here, like this. And now I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to get it a nice presentation of it. So what I'm doing is I'm mixing this up right here. There we go. Gonna get it in a nice pretty bowl, you guys. Right? If you guys can see this, I hope so. There you go. Amazing. This sauce is incredible. Now, this sauce is extra hot. I got a nice big piece of jalapeno in there. Nice big one. Okay? So that's the salsa right here. I'm gonna get some chips over here. Got some chips for the salsa. There you go. Got the salsa. Okay. So, see if you guys can get a close up this way. You guys can see the chips this way too. Well, there we are. And here's the salsa right here. Incredible. You dip your chip in, and you got this incredible salsa. You just take a look right here. This one's a little hotter. So, I don't know. Some of you guys might want like a really hot, fired up salsa. Like, you know, super hot. This one is kind of like pretty edgy. It was like a half a jalapeno pepper. It was definitely a real edgy salsa right there. And you could put some different chips in there, different ones that you guys like or anything like that. You can do that. You don't even need chips if you don't want chips in there too. So keep that in mind. So it's nut milk time because so many of you guys do nut milks and everything. And this is actually one of the things that spurred this whole MM1500. It was the amount of requests I got about nut milks. And even though I say to people, look, you know, like be easy on the nuts and be easy on the, you know, any kind of heavy fats or oils and stuff like that. And here's what's really cool, right? I can't wait to show you the nut butter part and what bomb I'm going to drop about the nut butter, which will blow your mind because I can't wait to talk about that. But the nut milks, like if you're going to do nut butters all the time, you got to do them the right way. I'll show you because there's a way to do it that's so much different than when you buy a store-bought nut butter, and you can't miss this. This is actually health-related information, really important, okay? Making some walnut milk right here. So here's how I'm going to do it, right? I got this beautiful thing of walnuts, so let's take a look right here. So, got this beautiful thing of walnuts right here. Okay? And what I'm going to do is add water in here, because this is such an incredible way to do it. So I'm going to add a little bit of water in here. Now these are soaked walnuts, just so you know. So these are actually soaked. So if you take a look on the camera there, they are soaked. They're not like dry, just walnuts. These are actually soaked overnight. So I want you to know. So I'm making, they're soaked and drained. So that's what I do when I make a nut milk. Soak and I drain it, right? And then I have the walnuts. They looked like they were dry walnuts, but they're actually damp. They're actually moist. And then I put water in here again, right? So now we're going to make some nut milk. So I'm going to turn on the machine. Let's get going. I'm excited about this. Wait till I show you the nut butter. And wait till I drop the bomb on the nut butter thing. That's interesting. That I don't know if a lot of people know. Some people might know. Some people might not know. Maybe no one knows. I don't know, actually, with that. I know a lot of people don't know. So now I'm adding in some walnuts, right? So what I'm doing is I'm making a walnut milk right now. So that's what I'm doing if you guys see this here. And this is what I love about the MM1500, because I'm making a walnut milk. I'm not buying the walnut milk at the store. I'm not doing that where I'm all of a sudden buying, you know, the walnut milk in a store or anything like that. So I'm making it right here with the machine. So I'm moving this out of the way right now, okay? Now this machine really pulverizes. Really pulverizes, just so you know. I mean, that's what it really does. It's so good at that. Now that little bit coming out, that cream, you can actually put into your, because that's what that is right there. It's a little bit of that cream you can use back in the milk, and that's what you can do. And that's what's incredible. This cream is not nut butter. I mean, this is a nut milk, but you can actually take this, the froth over here, and you can actually take that off. I'm making a mess because I don't have a lot of room right here with what I'm working on. But you can take that and put it in there, just like this. So I'm gonna mix this up. Clean up a little bit here so I'm not making too much of a mess. So this is an incredible walnut milk right here. So we do a little bit of a mix to it. Yep, like that. And then you can pour it into a glass right here. So I'm going to do that. That's it. Incredible walnut milk right there, which is amazing. So what I'm doing right now is I'm making a walnut butter. There we go. Now let's get a close-up on this. That'll be incredible here. Look at that. So this is a walnut butter. Now, walnuts aren't notorious. They're not notorious for being like creamy. But that's just the nature of the beast. It's still an incredible walnut butter. In fact, it's better like this. I can't wait to show you what's going on here. So I'm dropping the walnuts in here. So I'm making this amazing walnut butter. Link is in the description, you guys. All right. See, MM1500. It's also a celery juicer too, but it does all these other things which are incredible. So what I want to show you here is I just made, right there, a walnut butter. It's like sticks of butter, but walnut butter, which is incredible. If you guys take a look. So this is a walnut butter right there. Now, I want to drop a bomb. This is going to be good right here. This is interesting, okay? Here's what happens when you buy your nut butters out there. Here's what happens when you buy all the different nut butters. The peanut butter, the almond butter, the cashew butter, the tahini, the pumpkin seed butter, the hemp seed butter. They add oil. They add oil. That's what they do. So what you're doing is you're getting a jar of oil. They add it into it. That's what they do. So they add it into it. So that's important to know. So I'm putting these pieces in a jar right here. Now you can shape this in any way you want. You can pack it down, right? You can do what you want with this nut butter. But what's incredible about walnuts, they're always just like this in the sense where, you know, when you eat cashews, it'll be a little bit more creamier. But cashew butter you buy, they add a ton of oil. Like that's real, like what they do. It's crazy, but no one talks about it. Yeah, they'll add cashew oil, they'll add walnut oil, they'll add almond oil, but they're adding all this oil is what they do, right? So that's how it's done. Okay, so you can pack down your nut butter in here in a nice little jar if you want, right? And then get the rest of it in here. But that's your walnut butter right there. And you can put a cap on it, put it in the fridge, and you're good. You got your walnut butter right there. And you can put a nice little cap on it. And then it goes right in the fridge. Incredible. I'll give you a rundown on everything I just made, which is really incredible. It's fun. It's exciting. I made a salsa, which is really awesome right there. And then you got the puree. You got the baby food right there. Right, that's the yams. That's a salsa. You guys already see the walnut butter. You guys already got that down. I got the wheatgrass juice shot right there. That stuff is powerful, right? And we got the ice cream right here. So, which is great. You got that nice banana ice cream. You can make purees. You can make anything you want there. That's awesome. And then we're talking about nut milks from this machine too. We got the walnut milk right here. I think that was what we made. We got it all going on. Here we go. There it is. You guys are looking at it all close up. You guys on TikTok, do you see it? Telegram, do you see it? MM1500 right here. People requested all these things. This is also a celery juicer. You can run celery through this. It's got the celery end cap. Anyway, you guys, I love you greatly. I am going live again in a little while. Hope you guys join me.